Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kelsey Guerra, and I am so honored and humbled to be with you today. And I am so grateful for the chance to get out of my pajamas and put some makeup on. But I'm also here to show you today that you can become a founder. I am so excited about this program. Whether you just started, whether you've never ever won an incentive trip before, you can do this. I'm sure your head is spinning right now. It's the last day of leadership. You've had a lot of information thrown at you. So I'm hoping that I can encourage you with a little bit of my own story and help you break things down into actionable steps. Opening up about my own mistakes and shortcomings and failures as a leader is not the easiest thing to do in front of thousands of people, but I am hoping that by being open and vulnerable with you guys, it will encourage you and show you that you really can do this. I have been a builder in doTERRA for about 5 years, and I'm pretty average when it comes to rank advancing. My team is probably rolling their eyes at that behind their screens at home, but I really am. It took me about 13 months to get to silver, another 10 to get to gold, and I hit platinum once, and all in all, it took me about 3.5 years to get to diamond. Yay! That's so awesome, right? And then I hit gold. And then I went back to diamond, and then I'd go back to gold. And I sort of went back and forth like that for the last 1.5 years. So back in January this last year, I went to all kinds of trainings. I went to Back to Basics. I went to Hawaii and won the incentive trip for me and my husband. It was awesome. And then I went to Prague, and that was all awesome, except that my team, I realized, was not strong enough for me to be gone that long. I had not built a strong enough foundation, and my strategy of flinging spaghetti at the wall and hoping that it stuck was just not working anymore. And so in February this last year, unfortunately, I slid back to the rank of silver. It was a really low point for me. And unfortunately, I really felt a huge sense of failure. I felt like I had failed myself as a leader. I felt like I had failed my team. And I ultimately felt like I had failed my family too, because we had really come to rely on doTERRA as an income. And so I had to come to my husband and say, listen, this is going to be a really rough month for us, and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this up. And he was so encouraging, and I'm so grateful for that. But I was in a really dark place that day at the end of February. And then the next day, I got an email, and it was from Prime Wellness Club. They told me I had won a spot in the top 200 of Prime Wellness Founders Club. And the check that I got for that bonus made up almost to the penny the amount that I was missing in my income from a silver to a diamond. That moment was so incredible for me, and it built such a huge belief in these types of founders programs, incentive trips, and diamond clubs, and all of these things that doTERRA has to offer, and I vowed to tell everyone how valuable these programs are. I tell you that because what ends up happening is that once you figure these out, once you really get into them and go all in with these programs, winning becomes really addictive. It's so much fun. You discover that it's real. It's a real thing. And then you go, why didn't I do this before? How come this took me so long to figure out? Incentive trips and diamond clubs, those are regular things that come around in doTERRA, but a founders club, that is a rare thing. And so I just want to encourage you, take it from me. It is worth figuring out. And on that note, it took me a long time to figure out how to qualify for the incentive trip. I just could never figure out the point system. And I would sit there at leadership and they announce where they were going. And I would think, oh, I want that so bad, but I cannot figure out how to do this. I would even get a postcard that said, congratulations, you're in qualification. And I would just look at that and go, that's so awesome. I have no idea what that means. And so Diamond Club came around and I did that twice. And so I got used to that point system. And I thought after the second time, Kelsey, you have to figure this out. If you can't explain it to your own team, how are you going to encourage them to do it too? If somebody comes up to you and asks you how this works, you won't know what to say. So I vowed to sit down and figure it out. And it was like a light bulb turned on. I just kept tracking everything. And I called my upline Alexa. I'm like, girl, I'm just doing the things I normally do. I'm just being super intentional and tracking it, and it's working. And I'm figuring this out, and it's fun. And I think I'm going to keep going. And so I was in the top 300 and I kept pushing. And then I ended up in the top 200. I won a spot for my husband and I to go to Hawaii, and it was a game changer. I will never not go on an incentive trip again. But because of that, I had gotten a really good head start in Founders Club in Prime Wellness. And so I just kept going. And once it keeps going, and it was so encouraging. Then I was asked by doTERRA to help explain to you guys how this was going to work and encourage you and really show you how you can qualify for this. And my first thought was to you premiers and silvers who have probably qualified for leadership retreat for the first time ever. And you may still be sitting there thinking, that's not for me. That's for bulldozer wellness advocates. That's for the social media influencers because they've got all the people. That's for people in higher ranks than me. But doTERRA came up with this amazing system. And if you figure it out, you can take advantage of it wherever you're at. The thing is, guys, it's not who can enroll the most people, because fast starts is not the best part of our compensation plan. As a diamond, I have finally been able to experience the best part of our compensation plan, building unilevel, rank advancements, and our leadership pools is what happens when you rank advance to silver and above, and it's so exciting. Empowerment bonuses, that's what this program really helps you build a strong foundation, which will keep building your residual unilevel income. And I want you to know that the reason I'm standing in front of you today was that I was not about to let my rank slips be the end of my story. Since February, I have begun to build a stronger team. And the reason I'm so excited about Founders Club is that it's going to help support that. It's going to help support my teams and my builders grow stronger. So, I want to give you a few things to think about. First, whenever we're approaching something that's a little scary, feels a little out of reach, I want you to think of two things. One, what is the worst case scenario that could possibly happen? And two, what are the natural consequences of taking action? So what's the worst case scenario? If we go all in for 12 to 24 months and we build and we do all the things that Founders Club gives us points for, if we build towards that, what's the worst thing? We don't become founders? Okay, well, then what are the natural consequences of that? You are going to grow exponentially. Grow your teams. Be a support for your leaders. Help people rank advance. Get their power of 3 and empowerment bonuses. You will be growing your unilevel, a more sustainable residual income. You will be an incredible leader, an example for your teams. You'll grow confidence in yourself, in your teams, and building belief matters. It's really important. Let me get a few things out of the way right here. You may be still sitting there thinking, I don't know, I still have a few mental blocks. You may be thinking, well, Blues and Presidentials, they're doing this too. They're in the running. How am I supposed to compete with that? They're going to be way ahead of me. But that's simply not true. If you're just getting started today and you want to take this and run with it, if you want to go platinum or diamond in a year, you can do that on part-time hours and collect all those points. Blues and Presidentials have a little bit more challenge when it comes to rank advancing. They can help people, and yes, they do have more experience in helping people rank advance, mentoring, and strategy. They're very good at that because they have the experience. But what you have is very special. There is something magical about finding people to run with and linking arms together and telling someone, listen, I'm doing this and I'm really excited about it. Would you come along with me? Would you partner with me? And I'll do this with you. We can do this together. You may be thinking, well, I don't have anybody to run with. I don't have C's or CC's. Guys, we have 2 weeks. You can just get a jump start on this right now. Go out there, be bold, decide to be brave, and push past your comfort zones to make an incredible impact on your own business and your finances. This is a chance of a lifetime. Okay, so I just want to give you a few actionable items to leave with today. First, I want you to make a plan. Map it out. Look at the point system. See where you're at right now, where you think you can be in a year, because a year is enough time where we can make a goal without getting overwhelmed. So take a year, take 12 months and say, this is where I am, this is where I can feasibly get to, and where are we missing? Where are my gaps? What points do I need to get myself over the line? Or if I have that extra time, what else can I do? Where can I get to? Second, take inventory of your entire organization right now. Now, if you are brand new, that's okay. You don't have much to work with, so you have a clean slate. That's great. Find those people for the next 2 weeks that you want to work with for the next year and beyond. If you are like me, you may have up to 5 or more organizations, like giant organizations to work with. So I want to tell you how I'm organizing mine and what I'm looking for. First, I'm going to be looking at my C's and my CC's. Who are my builders, my true builders right now who I can mentor and strategize with, who might also want to go for Founders Club, and who can I have those crucial conversations with to map it out and strategize. Then I'm going to be looking for my sharers. Now, this is really important because sharers may not want to go for Founders Club. They may not even really want to rank advance that much, but sharers can naturally rank advance because they're really good at sharing, hopefully. And so sharers tend to get to an elite or even premier level, which really helps you. So definitely don't discount the sharers on your team. Who are they? And you know what else? Sharers can be really easily incentivized, whether it's products or whatever. Just figure out what motivates them, what gets them excited, and try to incentivize them so that they can support your volume. And thirdly, what I'm looking for is actually not my current customers, because I know how to take care of my current customers, but anyone in my organization who has become disengaged, whether it's a disengaged customer who got shoved under the rug, oops, on my part, maybe I want to do a redo wellness consult with that person, or if it's a disengaged leader, for whatever reason, it wasn't their time, they dropped off, maybe it was my own fault. I'm going to go back, I'm going to just apologize, or I'm going to do what it takes to do to say, hey, if you still want this, I'm with you. And so see what you can do. See if you can reignite a fire. And that is great because what happens is you have that volume there. It's already there for you. Go back and get it back. That can create a lot of volume in places where you need it. Okay, final point is accountability. We have to have accountability with this. Find a mentor. Find someone you can be accountable to. It doesn't really matter who, and it doesn't really matter how. Just figure out what's going to work best for you. Reach way up if you have to. Dig deep. Reach out to a sidelines. Whoever you can find, and find out what you need to keep yourself accountable to your goals for the next year or more. Okay, let's wrap it up. What are the 3 things you can do right now? Map it out. Go talk to your upline or your mentor and see if this is right for you, if it aligns with your goals, and then have those crucial conversations with your leaders and qualifiers. 2, make a strategy for the next 12 months and find a duplication system that works for your team. Make it a good one, back to basics, whatever it is, just decide on that duplication system and implement it immediately. And finally, just go for it. Just try it. The natural consequences are that you're going to be building a great foundation for your team. And most importantly, you're going to grow so much belief in your team, this company, and yourself as a leader. In the end, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So write the story that you want to write for yourself. We are the next generation in doTERRA as leaders. It's our turn. It's our time. Thank you guys so much.